To some politics now, the crisis-rocking Labour Party has festered as another factional chairman has emerged, while Julius Oburo and Lamidi Papa are still fighting over the leadership of the party. Mr. Callistus Okafor at the weekend declared himself as the acting national chairman of the Labour Party, calling both Julius Oburo and Lamidi Papa to stop parading themselves as the leaders of the party. In the latest development, Callistus is claiming that he is the authentic chairman of the Labour Party. Callistus, a former deputy national chairman of the party, says he has approached the court to put forward evidence to support his claim.
Well, joining us on Newsnight tonight is Callistus Okafor, who is, of course, claiming the leadership of the Labour Party. Well, he is a chieftain, and he believes he's the authentic chairman, national chairman, that is, of the Labour Party. Mr. Callistus Okafor, thank you so much for joining us tonight on the program. And, of course, let's begin with the fact that this is not a new issue, because I know that you have been in court since 2017. And, of course, now we're learning that you're probably heading to the Supreme Court to lay claim to the leadership of the Labour Party. So, for those who probably don't know you, paint us a picture as to how you emerged as you believe, the Labour Party chairman.
Thank you very much for having me. At least I have one Arise TV staff that says that he's conversant with this problem, unlike those who says it's a new problem and someone else has emerged. I watched Arise last night around 12 midnight, and I watched Arise this morning. I had everything that some stars of Arise TV said, and this morning one Captain David from Imo State, the candidate governorship aspirant of Labour Party in Imo State. I heard all they said, but like you rightfully said, this problem started 2017, and last year I was in Arise and I explained this problem very, very well. But for the interest of those who doesn't know the genesis of this problem, and also who said and believe that someone has paid me to do this, please, Nigerians, nobody paid me, and nobody is paying me or will pay me to do anything. Those who know me too well know that nobody paid me. And again, how can anybody pay me when I started this battle to fight the right of a common Nigerian, one Dr. Enemo from Ekulobia, Anambra State, was denied his right to contest governorship election in Anambra State, having paid 23.5 million naira to the late chairman for governorship election. Then, when he was denied his right to contest, I stood on my ground. I did not stood on my ground because Enemo is from Anambra State and I'm from Anambra State. I stood on my ground because he doesn't deserve that, and he was the only governorship aspirant. Had he been, there were 2 or 3 or 4, and whatever reason you said that he did not emerge, I will take it. But this is the only aspirant, and only for someone, the late chairman to his blessed memory, came up the story that our national treasurer emerged as the candidate of Labour Party in Anambra State. Those who are conversant with this story will know. I stood on my ground. I said no. I called the acting national secretary, which is Sabure, and I said, where are you? He said, he's in Benin. I said, please meet me in Abuja. I need to come over. We need to address this problem. I summoned National Working Committee, and we discussed it, and we extended it to National Executive Council meeting, and we discussed it, and we agreed that Salam will be suspended, and which he was suspended. and the case started like this. And along the line, Salam ran to NLC. NLC said, listen, we can't help you now because you said that Labour Party is not owned by NLC. Now you want us to intervene. NLC said, okay. No, Salam said, now I agree with you that Labour Party is being owned by NLC. NLC, okay, not by mouth. Let us write an agreement. Then they now wrote an agreement, and that agreement, 2018 to be precise, 12th of June, and that either June or March, please. I may not give the accurate date, but this agreement, gentleman agreement between A.S. Salam and his group and my group with NLC came into an agreement, and this agreement reads: number one says, Labour Party is registered or was registered by Nigerian Labour Congress, though not managed by Nigerian Labour Congress. Number two, that should be all-inclusive and expansive convention according to the Labour Party constitution. According to the Labour Party constitution. Now, number 3 and number 4 is not important to me. Number 5 is important. That number 5 said that this agreement will be irrevocably binding to all parties. Fanala was a NLC attorney. He did not stop at that. He went to court before Justice Kolawole and obtained consent judgment. This consent judgment was issued, like I said, it could be 12. I know it's 12th, either March or June. Now, we had the first meeting at a top rank hotel to discuss on how we can all come together and go for this convention. And one reason or the other, we couldn't agree. We now reschedule for the next 2 days. Next 2 days, we did not see them anymore. Please note, like I told you that this problem started, and Julius Abure and the other 22 National Working Committee members was with me, and the entire National Executive Council was with me. But along the line, Julius discovered that the same audit report that indicted Salam indicted him also. Julius left us and ran to A.S. Salam and left with some other persons with me. Along the line, when Mimiko came, Mimiko called all of us for a meeting, and I told Mimiko, listen, there is a consent judgment, and this consent judgment will be obeyed. Towards ending, around November, A.S. Salam with Julius Abure, instead of conducting this national convention of all inclusiveness and expansive convention, what they did, they went to Namina and extended their tenure for 1 more year. In that National Executive Council meeting, instead of inviting all of us for this National Executive Council meeting, they went on their own. There, they said they suspended us. Those who supposed to be part of that meeting, according to the consent judgment, was suspended. In 2019, we keep on fighting.
Mr. Callistus,
Fanala again.
Let me jump in right there. Mr. Callistus, let me jump in right there. Now, it's important that you're giving us a background story to all this. Help us get a better understanding. Are you saying that you had a gentleman's agreement with the other acclaimed chairman, Abure, and of course, Mr. Apapa, that you would at some point emerge as a chairman? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. Remember, when you called them chairmen, you are wrong. I said at that point, Callistus Okafor, I am Deputy National Chairman South. Julius Abure, Deputy National Secretary. And when Kayode Ajulo resigned as a national secretary, he benefited from his constitution and became deputy, that is acting national secretary. Now, Apapa was and still national vice chairman South. As a deputy national chairman, I control three zones: South South, South South, Southwest, and Southeast. So 3 national vice chairmen are under me. So having said that, now I want to let you know that Julius Abure and A.S. Salam, Julius Abure was and still is acting national secretary. Apapa was and still national vice chairman Southwest. Now, I want to also bring to your notice that Abure, who claimed to be a national chairman, emerged his claim at National Executive Council meeting in Edo State. I had some people who has never been in Labour Party before, who just came in the post of this 2023 general election, saying that they have read Labour Party Constitution. Labour Party Constitution, a National Executive Council cannot make you National Executive Council, National Chairman of Labour Party. A National Executive Council can appoint you, can appoint you according to the Constitution of Labour Party to act. You can see I'm not calling myself a national chairman. I'm calling myself an acting national chairman, because according to the Constitution of Labour Party, Article 14AB, in absence of the national chairman, the deputy presides, the deputy takes over. Note, in absence of deputy national chairman, any of the national vice chairman takes over. You can see there is no way in Constitution of Labour Party that in absence of national chairman or deputy, that an acting national secretary can take over. Even a substantive chair national secretary cannot take over. So that is the point. And when you now claim, when there is a consent judgment, you say, you claim you have suspended me, you have expelled me.
Okay. Well, Mr. Callistus Okafor, yes, this is a matter now that is, in court. And of course, we're not going to go into all those details. But thank you for painting us that picture. But we're not oblivious of the fact that Labour Party, in the last general election actually did so well. And some are saying that this litigation, if it continues, will affect the fortunes of your party, especially the presidential candidate and the senators, as well as others who got elective positions under the Labour Party. So I ask you directly, yes, you're crying for justice, but what would it take right now for all of this to be settled out of court, so that way Labour Party can focus on what it says it wants right now, which, according to the presidential candidate, is to claim the mandate? What will it take? I ask you as we wrap up.
Thank you. Thank you very much for bringing this question up, because people thought that I'm a very difficult person. People thought that I don't want settlement, I don't want us to come together, but far from it. I'm a very peaceful, loving man. Let me give you an example. Some people keep on asking, why do I emerge now? I read a lot of reactions from Twitter. Why is it that he is emerging now? Why is it that he's arising now to claim leadership? No, I'm a very peaceful man. I'm in court, like you said. Now, I went to Supreme Court December 2022. Then remember that this case in the court now, I went to Federal High Court on the 23rd of December 2021. Obi came into Labour Party May 28, 2022. That means I've been in court, in Federal High Court, 6 months before his arrival. Now, I want everybody to listen to this. If a candidate comes to a political party, Obi is my brother, my senior brother, my leader, and he knows that his brother from Anambra State is in this party, and he knows there is a problem. Tell me, why didn't Obi at least say, if he's a Sinabure, even if they say I'm a stupid man, I am this and that, as his brother, he would have said, let me see this man and hear from him, like Donald Duke did, like Mimiko did, but he did not. I know His Excellency Peter Obi. I know him. He may have wanted to see me. He may have wanted to ask what is going on. But some people who doesn't want his progress ask him not to. Now, irrespective of that, I didn't bother. on the 21st of December, before the election, I took a bold step. Before then, I've been calling him to ask him what is going on. There is a very, very big bright chances that Labour Party may win this election. Why can't we come together and sort out this problem? Because it was disturbing me. I called him severally. He did not pick my call. Then someone intervened and came to me and said, listen, I know that so many people has intervened before. Why can't you make peace? I said, I am ready. And then what they did, the guy did is, we sat down, we tabulated exactly what the nature of settlement we have. I said to him, I am not a one-man show. I have other people with me. Let me go back and discuss with them. When I discussed with these people, we now wrote our own letter. I met, and let me call names. One person that assisted greatly on this peace talk is Chuma Zeribe. He's alive. Then Dooms is owner of Dennis Hotel.
Okay,
Mr. Callistus,
he did everything humanly possible.
Mr. Callistus, I think we've had enough.
I can hear you.
Yes, because we're measured with time, okay? We appreciate the fact that you've been very elaborate, giving us the background story. So, bottom line, you want the leadership of the party, especially Mr. Peter Obi, to reach out to you. Is that what you're saying?
That's if it's not compulsory. He will reach out to me if he doesn't want. Like I said, I've tried to make sure that I reach out to him. I've tried everything to people for me to talk to them. The only time Peter B reached out to me was the time he said Doyo Coupe. Doyo Coupe came to me with one other man from Newi. We sat down at Fraser Hotel. Doyo, I did not come alone. Doyo, please excuse me. It's just 1 moment. Doyo Coupe told me that listen, that they have hired so many lawyers, retired judges. They have hired so many. They put 1.30 billion against me. That they can do anything. My colleague, the National Vice Chairman South, asked him, "Are you saying anything?" He said anything. Even by killing, he said anything. We now carefully told him, "Say please, okay, can you give us time to go and think about it? We'll come back." We didn't come back again. I became afraid meeting anybody, because if somebody can go as far as telling you that he can do anything, I don't even know where he is. I mean, which side is he? But using that word on the table of negotiation was wrong. Like I said,
Mr. Callistus Okafor, well, you are back in court right now. At this point, we just have to wish you as well as the Labour Party well. Callistus Okafor right there, thank you so much for joining us tonight on the program.